Hi, I'm Hope Wilder from Pathfinder Community School, and I'd like to respond to Dr. Currie-Knight's video about how self-directed learners learn how to read. So the only time that I've spent a lot of time with a kid who was learning how to read was when a young person named Sequoia was living with me at my home along with his family. And what I saw happen with him was that he found the books that we had in the house, and he would ask for people to read out loud to him. And then it got to a point where nobody really had the time to read out loud to him as much as he wanted to be entertained by stories. So he found Calvin and Hobbes. And once he found Calvin and Hobbes, I would just see him sitting on the couch, flipping through Calvin and Hobbes, and slowly sounding out the words. I don't even know how he did it, but eventually he just burst out laughing. And it's like, oh, wow, he's reading. He's never read before, and here he is reading Calvin and Hobbes. Then he found Elfquest. He was about 8 years old, and he just tore through the Elfquest books, like all 8 of them, one after the other. Then when he left, he just started to get started on Harry Potter. And once you read Harry Potter, there's kind of no going back, as far as I've seen. Over and over again with friends and family and acquaintances and former students of mine, it usually starts with something like Calvin and Hobbes and then progresses to Harry Potter, and just they take off like a rocket. Now, when I'm speaking of Sequoia, he learned how to read in about a month. So it took him about 30 days to learn to go from just being able to write and read his name to being fully able to read Harry Potter. Another example I wanted to give is a more famous example, which is Laura Poitras. So she is a graduate of Sudbury Valley School. And when she went to Sudbury Valley School, she was not forced to learn how to read on any particular timeline. And she did not learn how to read until she was 13. I just want to let that sink in. Laura Poitras did not learn how to read until she was 13 years old, and it did not stop her from becoming an Academy Award-winning filmmaker and documentarian. So what I've seen over and over again is that when kids are free to choose their own reading material, they learn to read. They learn very quickly, and once they figure it out, the sky is the limit.